Bible Study, Episode 1, Genesis chapter 1 to 2 by Keith Burgess. Notes to the viewer, if you want a complete reading of Genesis chapter 1 and 2, check out my Bible reading from an Atheist series. Summary of chapter 1. On day 1, God created the heavens and the earth as well as evening and morning. On day 2, God created the vault of firmament, which was called the sky or the heavens. On day 3, God created the land and the seas as well as all the plants. On day 4, God created the sun and the moon as well as the stars, but interestingly, He calls the moon a light. On day 5, God created all the animals of the seas and the birds. On day 6, God created the land animals and the man and the woman. So does science agree with the Bible on the origins of the universe, solar system and the earth? The answer is no, but before we go through how science says things came to be, let's look at Genesis 2 first, as there are a few contradictions as I briefly showed in my Atheist reading the Bible series, but I am going to take a closer look at this. Okay, here are the contradictions. In Genesis chapter 1, verses 9 to 11, it says plants were created on the day 3. But in Genesis chapter 2, verses 5 to 7, He created plants on the same day as man. Also according to Genesis chapter 2, verse 7, it says man was created on his own out of dust. But in Genesis chapter 1, verse 27, man and woman were created together. Also in Genesis chapter 1, verse 24 to 25, all animals were created before man. The animals are not formed until after man. In Genesis chapter 2, verse 19. And woman wasn't created until Genesis chapter 2, verse 21 to 25. So even without science, Genesis is on shaky ground. Now for science, what is a scientific theory? For this I am going to take a quote from Richard Dawkins' book, The Greatest Show on Earth. In this he uses two definitions for the word theory. The first quoted here is the one for science, a scheme or system of ideas or statements held as an explanation or account of a group of facts or phenomena, a hypothesis that has been confirmed or established by observation or experiment, and is propounded or accepted as accounting for the known facts, a statement or what are held to be general laws or principles or causes of something known or observed. A definition of the scientific method. The scientific method is a body of techniques or investigating phenomenon, acquiring new knowledge or correction and integration previous knowledge. To be termed scientific, a method of inquiry must be based on empirical and measurable evidence subject to specific principles of reasoning. Okay, how did it all begin according to science? To begin our story, we need to first look at the Big Bang Theory. No, not the Big Bang Theory on E4, but this Big Bang Theory. What is the Big Bang Theory? Big Bang Theory in cosmology, the theory that the universe originated sometime between 10 billion and 20 billion years ago from the cataclysmic explosion of small volume of matter, extremely high density and temperature. For this I am going to use what it says in the Bang book, The Complete History of the Universe, which says Big Bang happened 7.7 billion years ago. Okay, here goes our story. According to this book by Brian May, Patrick Moore and Chris Lintoff, everything, space, time and matter came into existence with the Big Bang around 17.7 billion years ago. The universe at this time was a strange place, as there were no planets, no stars or galaxies. There were only a melee of elemental particles. We have two theories in physics to deal with the universe on different scales. For the small scale we have quantum theory, For the large scale, we have Einstein's general theory of relativity. What is quantum theory? Quantum mechanics, also known as quantum physics or quantum theory, is a branch of physics which deals with physical phenomena on nanoscopic scales, where the action is on the order of the Planck constant. It departs from classical mechanics primarily at the quantum realm or atomic or subatomic scales. Quantum mechanics provides a mathematical description of much of the dual particle-like and wave-like behavior and interactions of energy and matter. Quantum mechanics provides a substantially useful framework for many features of the modern periodic table of elements, including the behavior of atoms during chemical bonding, as has played a significant role in the development of many modern technologies. What is Einstein's general theory of relativity? Albert Einstein, in his theory of special relativity, determined the laws of physics are the same for all non-accelerating observers, and he had showed that the speed of light within a vacuum is the same no matter the speed in which the observer travels. Despite the fact that in their own realms both theories are extremely well tested by experiments and observations, there are major problems in reconciling these theories together. Their main problem is how they treat time, which I won't go into in its presentation. When did the first stars appear? Determine when the first stars started to form throughout the early universe is a matter of great importance to astronomers and astrophysicists looking to understand how the cosmos evolved from its incipient point of origin. Recently, researchers at MIT have been studying the most distant quasar observed so far, found no discernible trace of heavy elements such as carbon and oxygen. Their findings suggest that stars had yet to be born 750 million years after the Big Bang. Read more at this website. Then, to keep it short, our solar system came into existence about around 4.6 billion years ago, but that story is for another video. Hope you enjoyed this presentation. Please subscribe and comment.